Hello, everyone. This is Cherie again with Reap Business Solutions. I'm doing another video on an interesting topic, and I want to talk about a quote by Benjamin Franklin. I'll start off with that. That says, "If you fail to plan, you plan to fail." So that should highlight for you how important it is to plan if you don't want to fail. And I'm not saying failing is the worst thing that could happen. If you do fail, then you plan again and you try again. So, our topic for today is benchmarking. What is benchmarking? So, benchmarking is really measuring what it is that you're doing in your business and sort of comparing it with what your competitors are doing, or it could also be what other departments are doing. So essentially, benchmarking is this process where you're going to measure and compare your performance, maybe your processes, maybe your products against some leading companies or what we would say industry best practices. Why are you doing benchmarking? This is important because you're trying to look for areas of improvements so that you would be able to put in place or plan certain strategies that is going to enhance your efficiency in your business, enhance productivity, or just overall performance. There are different types of benchmarking. So sometimes you will hear about internal benchmarking. Right. So I say that you can be assessing your performance, your process, and so forth. So if it is an internal benchmarking that you're looking at, then you are simply looking at the various different departments within your organization. You're looking at certain performance metrics within those departments or within those divisions that is going to help you to identify what are some best practices. What are things that we want to do that is consistent across the board? Or how is one department succeeding over the other? What it is that they're doing that we can now implement into our department so we can be as good as they are or do as good as they're doing in their department. Then we have competitive benchmarking. So, competitive benchmarking is really looking at how well you're doing in terms of your competitors. This is going to help you to understand your market position, help you to identify your competitive advantage or what it is that you're not doing so well. So, with that being said, if you are looking at your competitors and you're identifying things that you're not doing so well, or you're seeing where your competitor is way ahead of you, then at that time you want to come up with some strategies where you can measure up to the competition. We also have functional benchmarking. So you're looking at some similar functions or processes across the different industries so that you can get some insight. You will be able to develop some innovative practices so that you can adapt those things in your own organization so that you're able to measure up very well with the competition or even surpass what it is that the competition is doing. And then general, generic benchmarking, where you're pretty much looking at just general processes, general function, just see what others are doing across the various industries and what it is that you will consider to be efficient practices, so to speak. Why would you want to do benchmarking? Why is it important for you to do benchmarking? So, as I mentioned earlier, you're looking at what the competition is doing, you're seeing where you stand in response to the competition. So then this should allow you to improve your performance. So one of the things that benchmarking will allow you to do is performance improvement. You're able to identify gaps, identify any sort of inefficiencies in your performance, and understanding how those companies that are doing so well are the leading companies, what it is that they're doing to achieve those best results. And then you'll be able to implement some of those changes so that you can improve your own process and have desirable outcomes. This is key for strategic planning. Yes, key for strategic planning, because with benchmarking, you're able to gain all those valuable insights that is going to help you to formulate good strategies, good strategies that is going to allow you to gain a competitive edge and to establish certain long term goals for your business. So let's talk about even for your business plan that you're doing. So you're starting out your business and you want to plan for success because you want to increase your chance of doing very well in this business and not failing. So you need to see what it is that other businesses are doing within your industry. What are some of the profit that you can expect, right? What are some of the expenses that you would incur as you measure up to your competition? This will allow you to plan because you can have a better idea as to how much you need to budget for certain expenses, or if it is that you're spending too much on certain expenses, then you're probably going to miss the mark by doing that. So, for your business plan, as you're doing your benchmarking, the goal is to see what it is that your competitors are doing in terms of their financial management, right? Or the sales that they're making, so that you can pretty much forecast as accurate as you possibly can your financial projection side of things. What are some other benefits of benchmarking? Let's talk about innovation. If you're exposed to different practices, you're exposed to different technologies, then that should inspire innovative thinking for you. You should be able to come up with some innovative solution that you might not even think of otherwise. But by looking at what is happening in the industry, looking at what is happening with your competitors, then you're able to come up with more innovative ideas and to grow your business or to have a sustainable business. Benchmarking also helps you to keep motivated, right? Because you'll be able to strive for a higher performance level, so to speak, because you see where the bar is set at and you know what it is that you need to work towards. So, by having this awareness through benchmarking, then you could be motivated to achieve much more. So, in a nutshell, benchmarking is essential, and if you have not been doing that before, now is the time to start thinking about benchmarking as a valuable tool or a valuable activity that you need to be doing in your business or as you're starting out. And of course, in order for you to do good benchmarking, it means that you need to be researching and see what is happening within your industry, what your competitors are doing, or as I mentioned before, if it is an internal benchmarking that you're doing, then you need to see what other departments are doing and keeping track of the various metrics so that you'll be able to make those comparisons. So I hope this was helpful for you. Again, I will always say invest in your business and reap the benefits. Have a wonderful rest of day, rest of night, whatever time you're watching this. Just enjoy the rest of it, whether it's day or night. All right. Bye, everyone.